Alright, so today, continuing on with our showcase of the brand new Christmas characters. Earlier today, we checked out Yatsuru. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already seen it. She's a pretty good character. And for today's video, we're looking at the newest GRIMMJOW. The first and last GRIMMJOW of the year 2023. But this character honestly is pretty good, and a character definitely worth using if you do actually own it. But why exactly is that? Well, for starters, this character is a link swap potion character. You want to use him to farm link swap potions. And as of right now, for the time being, he's the only character in his attribute, the mind attribute, to offer plus 10 link swap potions. That's really good. That makes him the best link swap farmer for his attribute. Pair him with someone like Swimsuit Byakuya, who is going to be in this upcoming post selection banner, and from those two characters alone, you are getting 15 link swap potions. So he wants to be used to farm link swap potions. That therefore means you want to take him into epic raids and of course also inheritance zone. So how good is he going to be in that particular quest? And what we're going to be looking at here is his damage output. For starters, the character itself has a 35% strong attack damage soul trait. Not sure when you're actually going to use that, but it definitely isn't a bad strong attack by any means. Alongside that though, he has frenzy +1, and also when you inflict a stat element, you get an 80% SP boost. It's rare for farming characters to get the SP boost, keep that in mind. The only 3 characters in the game, including him, are 2 other Burn Witch characters. So I would like to think it's quite noteworthy here that we got a link swap farmer that can actually dish out some respectable damage. And the way this character does work is that he wants to inflict stat elements, right? Not only do you get the 80% SP boost, you then also do 80% more damage. 40% more damage to trained enemies, and an additional 40% more damage to any enemy inflicted with a stat element, and that is a team party buff that you can give to your entire team if you are a mind attribute ranker. And because he is so centered around inflicting stat elements, he then also has an increased chance to inflict stat elements. I honestly really liked the way they designed him, and if that wasn't enough, he was also given Havoc. And in my opinion, he desperately needed it, because he actually has a very unique strong attack kit, which we are about to showcase. Before we do though, for those that are wondering what accessory we have on the character, we have the usual build: Fortification Pill, Espada Chair, Classic Teacup. His links include Neliel, Tenshin Zangetsu, and also Toshiro, giving us a mixture of recharge, full stamina, and also strong attack damage. For bonus abilities, we're using full stamina and also weakened defense. Alright then, so jumping into solo inheritance trials, because this is a quest where you can take him into, because he does have an increased chance to inflict stat elements. I said a minute ago that he's a very weird character, and by that, all 3 strong attacks are actually vortex attacks. So his SA1 is going to be a vortex in front of him. It's a very common SA1, not a bad one by any means. His SA2 is actually white SA1, 8th anniversary white, which traditionally is a strong attack 3. So having his SA2 honestly isn't even that bad. Once more, it's another vacuum attack that kind of groups everyone in together. And then his SA3 is actually Hanfuyu Onward Aaroniero SA2, but in this case, it has significantly more width, and I guess it's a better version of it. As you can see, it sucks everyone in and then pushes them out. It might not be the best strong attack kit, but it's different. And with the increased chance to inflict stat elements, maybe it works out in his favor. Now, in this case, we're actually not inflicting stat elements because we're kind of killing. Let's use our SA3 again. Yeah, for some reason... Oh, never mind. I just realized. I was like, why are we not inflicting any stat elements? The enemy is immune to drain. So in this case, not really the best example. We actually can't inflict the stat element if we wanted to. Hence why I'm not going to take him into co-op now. But in any other quests, when you take him into IT, if you really want to, and you don't need to because he doesn't increase the amount of super links or potions you can get. But let's say you're a GRIMMJOW fan and you want to farm IT with a GRIMMJOW, you can do that. You just got to make sure they're not immune to stat elements that you are inflicting. In this case, drain. So in any other case, he would be good to take in there. And with these 3 vacuum attacks, you should have a pretty easy time inflicting stat elements. So yeah, I kind of like the gameplay that he does have. It's different. It's weird, I will say. It's not the most conventional strong attack kit, but it's unique. We haven't seen that SA3 return since basically Canfield Aaroniero. More so Swimsuit Rookie released in 2021. But it's the first time we're seeing it as an SA3. But let's go ahead and use our Soul Bomb. Pretty Soul Cold Bomb, referencing a scene from the anime. Sums up GRIMMJOW's character. He does not look bothered. He does not want to be here to give you those presents. Alright then, so now let's take him into the Awakened Epic Raid Yuha. Currently, he is a bonus. Remember, he is giving you plus 10 links or potions, so the next 2 weeks is a great time to use him. And in this case, we have 4 other GRIMMJOWs with us. These are the familiars that we are using. These are the accessories. Let's actually change that. Let's do this. And these are links. Now, the good thing about GRIMMJOW is that because he's designed to inflict stat elements and do more damage to enemies that are inflicted by an element, he actually works well together with other GRIMMJOWs. Because at that point, everyone's then inflicting stat elements, right? And if you do take damage, you can potentially just get right back up to full stamina. Although you have to be careful with his gameplay because he does have 3 vortex attacks, which can be quite annoying if you activate it right before you're about to get attacked. And maybe that means you can't flash step out the way. So let's use our Soul Bomb, then SA3. That SA3 can actually do a decent amount of damage given the fact that it is like a vacuum vortex shockwave attack. It's a weird one, right? But you can see that we've taken damage. So hopefully with just a few strong attacks, we can get back up to full stamina. So our SA3 is back. Let's use it. Did we get back up to full stamina? I think we did. Unfortunately, we got hit right away. I couldn't see what was going on. But now we just got to wait for these attacks to wear off. This is the part of the phase you don't want to attack. There we go, though. We can attack now. SA2 into the 1. We're already back up to full stamina. Let's flash step forward. SA3 into the 1. Into the 2. Let's use our SA1 again. There we go. Not bad. For our first run, we did a public lobby. 1 minute clear time. That was 50 million damage, right? When it comes to other mined Link Sword farmers, he obviously is definitely up there as one of the better ones, if not the best one, given the fact that he does have a high damage output. He pairs well with other GRIMMJOWs, and of course you are getting plus 10 Link Sword potions. So with that particular run, we got 60 Link Sword potions, and that can get even higher had we had more GRIMMJOWs. We only had 4 out of 6 GRIMMJOWs there, right? So we were missing an extra 20 that we could have gotten, and we could have gotten even more had anyone in that lobby actually had the swimsuit Byakuya Link. What we're going to do next is make it so only Link Sword characters that are Espadas can actually join us. Alright, so next up we have a full lobby of GRIMMJOWs. Unfortunately, one lad in here isn't really built for epic raids, but that's fine. He's giving us the plus 10, right? We should be able to beat with all 6 of us. And with that, which is these 6 characters, we're getting 60 guaranteed Link Sword potions. As of right now, you can actually make it so only GRIMMJOWs join you by making it so you have to be an Espada with Link Sword potion skill to actually join the lobby. And with that, we've already inflicted a status event. There's an example. As I wanted to say, I was using my SA2 and I couldn't flash step out of the way. So his kit maybe isn't really the greatest for epic raids, especially fast-paced ones, but that's something you can just work around by just getting better at the game. You know, when you play with a character quite a bit, you learn when and when not to use strong attacks. So honestly, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's use our SA1 there. Oh, unfortunately, I was not ready for that attack. We ended up dying. This might be a somewhat slow run, especially with me taking damage and also dying. But at least we're getting more Link Sword potions. I've been getting a bit too comfortable with Yachiru as we were playing it earlier today, with the barriers and shields being able to stand where I want to. Can't really do that with GRIMMJOW. We have to actually play it. But there we go. Let me use my Soul Bomb now. Weakened defense applied. Let me use my SA3. Looks to do a decent amount of damage there. Gonna get into a safe spot before I use my SA2. 50% of the way. Hopefully one of these lads has a weakened defense Soul Bomb. Have to be a tad bit careful here though because the traps have gone down. Okay, our entire team has actually died here. Got my SP boost though. Let me use my SA2. There we go. And then I'm instantly going to use my SA3. Yeah, that did a decent amount of damage to be fair. Can't attack here yet though. The barriers have gone up. It now seems to be just up to me. That's fine though. I got this. Let's flash step forward. SA3. There we go. Circular aura goes off. I'm going to stay away. There we go. Unfortunately, a lot of lads in our team are dying here, so it's not really the best team that we have got going. Definitely going to be one of our slower runs of the day, but use my SA3 a bit too close, a bit too far away actually. That's fine though. One strong attack, one should put him down. Very slow run. Very, very slow run. But sometimes you get slow runs, right? New epic raid just started yesterday. Maybe you haven't learned the pattern yet. But the most important part is the drop rate. Let's look at our drops. In this case, we have gotten, should be 80, right? 80 plus droplets. Wow. We even hit a 90. We even hit a 90. I assume some people in this lobby must have had some Byakuya links because, yeah, that's insane. Absolutely insane. 90 Link Sword potions a run. Absolutely crazy. And I guess that's what you can expect with a full GRIMMJOW lobby. Let's see if we can do that again though, but be a tad bit faster. So for our next run, we have a almost full lobby of GRIMMJOWs. We let Aaroniero in because why not? He's the Link Sword bonus character. Only plus 5, but it's still fine. Already inflicting the SP boost right away. You love to see it. Unfortunately, I did notice that 2 of the GRIMMJOWs really aren't worked on. Probably my fault for not letting the room requirements be super strict. But come on, lads. If you're doing epic raids, especially the Awakened version, you have to have some type of investment in your characters. You can't be going in basically naked, which some people are doing. Let me use my SA3. Back up. There we go. We make sure to learn from our past mistakes. We're going to get hit there. Can I let my SA1 off when the attack was going off? Not what you want to do with GRIMMJOW. That's fine, though. One strong attack. Already healing back up. Next strong attack should get us back up to full stamina. It basically did. Almost did, actually. I keep forgetting that SA3 is not a vacuum in front of him. It's actually around him. So you need to make sure you kind of get up close when you decide to do that. Let me back up. There we go. We're back up at full stamina, though. Not too bad. SA3 goes off. Let me go up here again. Use my SA3. Decent amount of damage. I'm going to save my summon for the final phase. There we go. The SA3 finishes up. Now, in this case, I'm going to use my SA2 right there. Now we're going to save our Sobon for the final part. When he stops doing all these attacks, I think we can actually attack now. But I'm going to wait for my strong attacks to come back. Like now, for example, SA3. Unfortunately got hit, but that's fine again. We can get back up to full stamina. With just, what, 2 strong attacks? Not too bad. The weakened defense is now letting our team do more damage. Back up. Don't want to get hit by that. There we go. Final phase does look to be quite easy. But again, these are some very slow runs. I don't think that's a problem with the character. Unfortunately, you know, with 50 million HP, you have to have some good teammates. And it looks like maybe it's too early to expect everyone to learn the pattern. But we are doing a lot of the carrying here. Ever so slowly, we are getting there. Unfortunately, another very slow run. I'm going to set the next rules to make it so you have to have a certain level of investment in your characters. See if that can potentially speed up the run. But while that was a slow run, at the very least, though, we are getting a respectable amount of links to potions. In this case, a tad bit lower this time. Getting 70 plus. We actually did get 80 there. For the most part, if we had a full lobby of GRIMMJOWs, we would have been getting 80 plus links of potion, which honestly isn't even too bad. So going into our final run, then again, another run with just a full GRIMMJOW lobby. Let's instantly use our SA3, then flash step out. Unfortunately, didn't flash step out fast enough. That's fine though. We've taken some damage. We lost our full stam, but we should get back up in no time. Oh, unfortunately, I forgot about... we usually clear the first phase super fast, but I keep forgetting about that insta-kill attack. That is completely on me. Looks like I haven't learned the pattern just yet. Are we back up, though? Let me use my SA3. Into the 1. There we go. I'm going to use my summon this stage. Might as well. That applies the weakened defense. That means our team does do more damage. Unfortunately, I am plebbing equally as much in this run. Constantly taking hits. But again, that's, I guess, one good thing about the character too, though. If you take damage, it's not that big a deal. You can just get back up to full stamina in no time. In this case, let me use my SA3. Now we're going to stop attacking. Again, we can't damage this phase. Now we can. So let's use our SA2. Oh, unfortunately, that, like, lunged me into it. All my teammates are down. That's not a good look. Now we are once more in the waiting phase. Now we can do damage. Gonna make sure I don't use my SA2 too close where it would lunge me out into the attack. All right, let's get close. SA3. Yeah, SA3 does a lot of damage. SA3 is good. SA3 is good. So, yeah, I think we're going to end the epic raid part there. Didn't really get the best runs, unfortunately. My teammates, you know, they didn't learn the pattern. I didn't even learn the first phase. But other than that, I mean, still some consistent, solid gameplay from GRIMMJOW's part. Constantly inflicting statisms, allowing our whole team to do more damage to those drained enemies. If you don't learn the pattern, you can get back up to full stamina. Relatively easy thanks to that increased chance to inflict drain. And most importantly, even if the runs do take a tad bit long, at the very least, you are getting that good value because you can see here, plus 10 links of potions, we were getting guaranteed extra 60, on average getting 80 plus per run. That's really, really good. And of course, just like Yachiru, one thing you can do during the Midwinter Mayhem quest is get a full lobby of GRIMMJOWs, and with that, you're getting guaranteed value with the extra chance to get a lucky extra stage where you might walk away with some pretty good rewards. Let's actually just turn on auto because realistically, that is what you are going to be doing during this quest. He is quite open to attacks, to be fair. You might want to give this character some type of extra healing with the Hojikuzai, and of course, also Last Ditch, because there we actually died. Maybe auto with GRIMMJOW really isn't the greatest thing to do, but you need to build him to auto. So Last Ditch links Hojikuzai because he will constantly be healing himself with the drain. Just not going to be as consistent if you don't set him up for it, right? Because you don't have the barriers. We weren't really set up there to auto, so I'm just going to manually play through this quest. Might as well go here, use my soul bomb. Does the nuke all the way through, not too bad. And we actually got extra stage, okay. Is it a good one though? Doesn't like it. No special enemies spawned in, but at least it's an extra stage nonetheless. Might as well grab this. Let's use our SA3 to suck all them in. Sack attack. Goes off. Let's just skip that though. There we go. Let's see if we got some good rewards. Chances are low though, so probably not. So scrolling down then, I don't believe we got anything too crazy. We did not. But at the very least though, again, that's the main thing with GRIMMJOW and why you want to use either GRIMMJOW or Yachiru when farming this quest, if you are farming it, is that you have the chance to get the lucky stage, but if you don't, at least you're getting 40 link slots per run. Not a crazy high number, but it does add up over time, especially if you are farming this quite a lot throughout the next 3 weeks. So yeah, overall, GRIMMJOW is a very solid character. I'm relatively impressed with his gameplay. It's a very weird style of strong attacks, though, I will say it. We have yet to see those 3 strong attacks within the same character. He's definitely a first, and he's the first character to have that vacuum vortex as an SA3, which traditionally is an SA2, and we've only seen it get put onto 3 different characters. Sure, maybe it's not the best traditional strong attack here, but honestly, it's fine where he wants to be used in. He wants to be used in Epic Grace, he wants to be used in IZ, and he's going to be good in that quest with a good damage output, higher than most other Linkshot farmers, especially within his attribute. Good survivability thanks to the increased chance to inflict drain, and he works well with other GRIMMJOWs since they all do more damage to trained enemies. Regardless of how good or bad he actually is, you still want to use him anyway because he is a plus 10 Links of Thunder, but he is a good one at that. And at the same time, it's GRIMMJOW. He looks really cool. Like, I'm a massive fan of this design. I mentioned it multiple times that seasonal Christmas characters don't do anything for me. I don't like them that much, but this design is absolutely slick. And we're not going to get a new GRIMMJOW for some time. This was the first GRIMMJOW of the year, and I'm happy he got included. I'm a big fan of this character. In the console, let me know what you guys think about him. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.